Lafayette's Best Country 95.7. Good afternoon. It's B. Adams. Week 4 of Y95 Live. And I brought back an old buddy this time, Wyatt Massingille. What's up, my man?
Oh, hanging in there. How about you?
Man, I'm doing good. We were just talking a little bit off air. I've had you on a radio station in the past, and you were saying that was, 2019?
Yeah, it's been 4 or 5 years ago.
So it's been a while. I know I've kept up with you on social media and things like that, and it's been fun seeing you as you journey down to Nashville and get to do a lot of cool things. We'll dive into that, talk about that. But tell everybody, because this is a whole new audience up here in Lafayette, tell everybody where you're from and kind of who you are, a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm from Indianapolis. I've been running up and down the road back and forth to Nashville the last few years doing that old country stuff, trying to hang in that vein and see what goes on there.
What I think is so cool about you is, and ironically, I ran into you at, was it Longhorn?
Yeah,
I think it was Longhorn.
It was Longhorn or Outback one.
Southport Road. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was the Longhorn on Southport Road, and asked you what you've been up to and everything. And we only talked for a couple minutes. You were on your way out, and I was getting ready to eat. But you kind of mentioned, because you've always been very traditional country. And let's just dive right into that right off the bat, because that's always a hot topic, because especially as a radio programmer, you can't please everybody, right? I try to play some of that old school traditional, but of course I still got to play, the Morgan Wallens and everything else. And you can't please everybody. You got people yelling at me saying this ain't country, and you got other people yelling at me saying this ain't country enough. And there's a lot of people out there like me who appreciate both styles, the traditional, the new stuff. And you're a young guy. How old are you?
I just turned 23 in April.
23, and you're very old school, very traditional. So what are your thoughts on that?
I'm with you on that. I like Morgan Wallen. I like Luke Combs. I like a little bit of everything. A big Cody Johnson fan, I think, as I mentioned a long time ago in our first interview.
Yeah.
But that's just not my thing. We done Little Town, our latest song, and it's a little different from what I've been doing, but it's not so far out there either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned Cody Johnson, because I was telling some people around the radio station here the other day, when I knew you were coming in, and I was trying to describe you a little bit, and I was like, he's a young guy, but he's very traditional country. And then we were talking about what we're talking about now, because there's so many people that it's okay to be in. You can like both. There's so many people that try to say this ain't country or that ain't country, whatever, but when you told me at Longhorn that you're kind of, in between right now, because you're naturally traditional country, but radio and everybody else wants to hear this new stuff. So you're, as an artist, you're kind of like, where do I go from here? And I was telling somebody the other day that, be yourself. And the person that I used as a reference was Cody Johnson, because it worked for him.
Yeah.
Look where he's at now.
Yeah, I went through that problem a lot, being myself, getting comfortable with what I was doing. Years ago when we done an interview, I wasn't much of a talker, didn't say much, was very reserved, but that's just how I am, and didn't really learn how to be myself until I've been in this a lot more. So
you've made a lot more trips to Nashville since the last time we talked. And
I actually stayed down there for about 6 or 7 months last year and played Music City Bar, just kind of laid in there doing that thing and working 3 or 4 nights a week, because you don't really do that here like you do down there.
Right.
And that really taught me a lot, being down in the
Well, you weren't really in like the Broadway scene either. You were kind of more off the beaten path, right?
Yeah, we were in Music Valley over by the Grand Ole Opry.
I was getting ready to say that's over by the Opry, right? Like,
yeah.
It's 55. Is that the road? 55, I think, takes you in through there. Whatever. We don't need to talk about the roads, but I was getting ready to say you're over there kind of by the Grand Ole Opry, and let's name some of the guys that you kind of interacted with while you were there, because a lot of artists, especially your age, go to Nashville. They want to link up with a lot of these new age people. I saw you posting pictures with legends. Who are some of the guys that you got to interact with down there?
That's the awesome thing about being down there, man. You never know who's going to be there. We got to hang out with Johnny Rodriguez a lot. Ronnie McDowell popped in. Bill Anderson came to one of my shows.
Bill Anderson, that's a big one, man.
He actually wrote a couple of the songs on my first album. We did a cover, and then my producer sent it to him, and he was just over the top about it. So he sent me another one, a fresh original that they had written, A Drink That Strong. and we cut it, and man, he was super happy with it, and it was really awesome for me to get to cut something that was original from him. You know,
I mean, that's high praise.
Yeah,
that's really high praise. If you're listening, you don't know who that is, just Google him, and you're gonna say, "Wow." Man, that's awesome. I love that, and I've been a big fan of yours really since I first met you. You know, back in 2019, and following your journey has been fun. Throw out your social media handles if people are listening right now and they want to give you a follow. Where can they find you?
Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, anywhere at all. Wyatt Massingille.
We are going to hear some music from Wyatt coming up here in just a few minutes. We're going to talk a little more to him as well. And stick around. You gonna hang around for a while?
I'll be here for a
All
while.
right, let's get to some music. We're gonna come back in just a couple minutes, and we're gonna hear more from Wyatt Massingille and play a little live music coming up on Y95 Live.
Well, I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Well, I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep a-moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if the railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Yeah, buddy, Wyatt Massingille. I don't know what I like better, your voice or your guitar picking, because it both sounded pretty dang good.
I'm faking it, trust me.
What kind of guitar is that you're playing?
Man, a friend of mine in Nashville just had this made for me a few weeks ago. I picked it up from him. He said it took 6 months to make.
Wow, I was looking at it while you were playing. It's got your name on it, like behind the strings.
Yeah, I was gonna bring my Martin, but I didn't change the strings on it. I've been playing a lot, so they're pretty dead. So,
well, that's pretty cool. For those of you listening, we will have a video of this entire interview as well as little clips of just his performances. You gotta check out this guitar; it's pretty cool. Who's your friend? You want to shout him out?
Oh, I don't know if he'd like that or not.
All right. No, his no-name friend. We won't shout him out. But that guitar is awesome, man. I love it. Man, appreciate you playing that for us. You're going to play another one coming up here in just a bit. We're also going to talk to him more coming up in just a bit. Wyatt Massingille joining us on Y95 Live right now, and we're going to be back in just a couple of minutes. We're going to talk to him about some music, some of his originals. And again, if you want to follow him, Wyatt Massingille Music, you can find him. He'll pop right up. Go do that. We'll be back with more on Y95 Live. Back on Y95 Live, it's B. Adams, week 4 of Y95 Live. Got my friend Wyatt Massingille in here. Made his way up from south side of Indy, kind of the Wanamaker area. One of my favorite places to get pizza and wings there in Wanamaker at the Ordinary.
Yeah, we like Wheatley's a lot. We like the fish fry.
Oh, yeah. That's right there on the corner, right?
Yeah, just down past Ordinary.
Yep. If you're ever down that way, go check that out. Appreciate you making the drive up here, man. Appreciate you playing some music for us live as well. Let's talk about your album. I know you had an album come out a while back. What's the name of the album? How many songs are on it?
Well, my first one was No Jones on the Jukebox. It was just a 6-song EP, and then I did my first full album with Jim Vest. It's just a self-titled album, 12 songs, and man, we really put a lot of work into it. I didn't want everything to sound the same. You know, it's easy to do that with traditional country, and I wanted songs from everything, to heartbreak, to the dog running away, to killing the ex-girlfriend, modern day problems, whatever you can think about, man. It's all in there. It's jam-packed.
Where can people find your music? I'm sure it's on Spotify and everywhere else, but what do they need to search for?
iTunes, Spotify, anywhere. Amazon Music. Yell at your Alexa, tell her to play it.
So anywhere you can hear music, it's there. Wyatt Massingille. And I understand you got a brand new single. Is it out yet or getting ready to be out?
Yes, it just came out at the end of May.
What's it called?
Called Little Town.
Little Town. What's that song about? I don't think I've heard it yet.
It's kind of in that vein of the dog running away and the house falling apart, and I'm just sitting here watching it happen.
Wyatt is an interesting person. If you can't pick up on just our conversation, believe it or not, he's 23 years old, and I think that's what's so intriguing about him is you're kind of an old soul. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm a very old soul, too, so I'm not.
I've been told that a lot.
So let's see. You still got the Corvette?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Did you try to put it up for sale a while ago?
Yeah, if anybody's looking to buy, please look me up. I will sell you.
I could have sworn I saw it for sale a while ago on social media, and then you decided to keep it or whatever. What year is that?
It's a 75.
75.
350. When we got it home, we put a big block in it, and I've got a 4-speed getting ready to go in it too.
What? I'm sure you have another vehicle.
Well, I've got my Sierra that I drive every day.
So your Sierra is your everyday vehicle, and then your Corvette is your fun ride.
Yes, and then I've got a 67 Chevelle and a 68 Camaro.
So you're a car guy.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You get out on the boat, too, a lot?
Yes, any chance I get.
Can you tell I follow you on social media?
A little bit. Yes, actually, my boat's got a big block in it, too.
Really?
Yeah, we could talk about this stuff for
What
days.
kind of boat do you have?
I have a Caravelle Interceptor.
Wow, that sounds expensive.
It's a poor man's Baja.
Where do you take it out at? What lake do you
Del Hollow.
Big Del Hollow guy. All right. You never go on like Monroe or anything?
I did go to Monroe a lot when I first got it, but I actually just got a storage down at Del Hollow. I go there a lot, especially being down in Nashville so much, so that's where we're going to start going a lot, I think.
I love it.
I grew up on Del Hollow. I was a month old the first time I ever got to go.
Really?
My great-grandpa helped build the dam down there.
Down there in Kentucky. It's kind of like close. Obviously, it's a really big lake. It's kind of Kentucky, but it's kind of close to the Tennessee border, right?
It runs through Tennessee and Kentucky.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Have you ever heard of the the underground town under there?
Yes.
That's wild. I don't know much about that.
My great grandpa helped build the dam when they flooded the town.
Really?
Yeah. There's a little museum in Salina, Tennessee you can go to, and just a couple real nice old ladies in there that'll tell you anything you want to know about it, man. It's awesome.
I've only seen like little snippets on like Facebook and things. But apparently like at the bottom of Del Hollow Lake there was a town, right?
Yes. If you go to Willow Grove, there you can still see the school is one of the few things standing. There's some graves up by there. There's a lot of things when the water's low enough that you can still see that are there.
Wow. All right, so when you're not in your car, your cars, I should say, your boat. What do you do for fun when you're not playing music, out driving your cars? What are you doing?
Man, that's what keeps me busy. That's what keeps me going.
So that's it. You eat, sleep, work on your cars, drive your cars, and boat and music.
Yep, pretty much. That's the whole deal right there.
He's a simple man, folks. I love it. We're going to hear more from him coming up here in just a few minutes. I'm going to make him play. Well, I'm not going to make him. I'm not going to like put a gun to his head. But we're going to hear one more live song from Wyatt Massingille. If you want to give him a follow, head on over to social media and just look him up. Wyatt Massingille Music. Wyatt Massingille. He's got a lot of great songs. No Jones on the Jukebox was. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No Jones on the Jukebox is the one he played for me way back in 2019. I love that one. What's the 90?
90 Proof.
90 Proof is another good one. I know you got a music video to that one. And speaking of that, before we move on real quick, you have good family support, right? Who are all these people that's in like your music videos and they're always in your pictures and at your shows?
Well, the 90 Proof video was largely centered around my dad because the whole tagline in the song is I'm a dinosaur on borrowed time. And I talk about basically how I see the world differently from everybody else in that song. And he's kind of the old guy in the song. You know what I mean? Looking back at all of us shaking his head, more or less. So that was a good one. And then we done a video for my song "It'll Die with You." Very proud of the video and the song. I'm talking to my producer in that video, and he kind of gave me some very worldly advice, not just for music, but just every day, and said a lot of really personal things to me in that video, not that you could tell, but that one I was really proud of. And then it goes through everybody that he's worked with through the years, because he produced for George Jones, Merle Haggard, Waylon.
Really?
Yeah, he played steel on pretty much everything Vern Gosling ever did. Set 'em Up Joe, all them signature steel
guitar. I wish steel guitar was on every country. It doesn't have to be in every song. There should be a steel guitar on every country album ever.
Well, it's not country if it doesn't have steel in it.
That's what. It's so good though. It's steel guitar sounds so freaking good.
That argument can be made. If it doesn't have a steel, it's not a country song.
I agree. I saw Rodney Adkins at the Neon Cactus here in West Lafayette back in February, and he has an amazing steel guitar player.
Yeah,
he was awesome.
But back to Jim, man, he's played on everything. Only Hell Mama Ever Raised for Johnny Paycheck, From Cotton to Satin. He was a writer on that. Did a lot of work for Tracy Lawrence when he was starting out. Lori Morgan. He's been around. He's a legend, man, and it's really cool to get to work with him.
Well, that's awesome. Chatting with Wyatt Massingille. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Chopping it up, chatting, whatever. Chatting with Wyatt Massingille here on Y95 Live. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back here in a few minutes. He's going to play another one for us live. It's B. Adams. This is Y95 Live. Back on Y95 Live for one final segment. It's B. Adams, week 4 of Y95 Live. My friend Wyatt Massingille made his way up from the south side of Indianapolis this morning, and we appreciate your time, man, coming up here. And I encourage everybody to go check out his music. As he mentioned earlier, he alluded to, it's on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. Tell your smart speakers to turn them on and turn them up, play it loud. So go check him out. Also, social media, Wyatt Massingille Music. What are we going to hear from you now?
This is my original song, 90 Proof.
And there is a music video out for it. You can go check it out as well. All right, let's hear it. 90 Proof, Wyatt Massingille on Y95 Live.
Drank a bottle of 90 Proof and drink it on down till you see the truth. Things have changed, I'm left behind. I'm a dinosaur on borrowed time. You're strong back and a man's pride is all you needed to survive. The greatest value was your family's name. Things went to hell, it's a damn shame. Plant a garden and raise your kid, and kiss your woman like your daddy kissed his, and wave to the neighbor across the way. It's the simple things we've lost these days. Drank a bottle of 90 Proof, drink it on down till you see the truth. Things have changed, I'm left behind. I'm a dinosaur on borrowed time. Barbecue chicken on your family grill, and holding my lady is still a thrill. American flag waves on the lawn. My country pride's still good and strong. Drank a bottle of 90 Proof, drink it on down till you see the truth. Things have changed, I'm left behind. $1 bills only worth a dime. Things have changed, I'm left behind. I'm a dinosaur on borrowed time.
Love that one. It's Wyatt Massingille. Great song. Great song. Great song. If you liked it, go download it, go save it, go add it to your Spotify, whatever. Wyatt Massingille Music joining us. If people like what they hear, man, where can they find you? Where are you going to be playing at?
The 13th of July, we are in Martinsville, Illinois, at the amphitheater, Lynn Park. And
Very
then
nice.
The 20th, I want to say? No, I got that wrong. I don't know. I've got it all screwed up. I had to check my schedule.
Check my schedule, he says.
I stay too busy, man, but I know the Illinois is July 13th.
Well, if you want to see
Illinois.
past that, just go to his Facebook page. He's very good about posting all of his upcoming shows and dates and everything. Again, Wyatt Massingille Music on Facebook. Do you have other social media pages?
No, just Facebook, well, TikTok, Instagram, just those.
Well, that counts.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any others. I got Instagram. I got TikTok.
Everything.
That's Wyatt Massingille Music, man. Appreciate you coming up here. Go check him out. Download his music everywhere. Anywhere you can get music, go check it out. He's got a lot more great songs than the two you just heard today. First one, of course, was a cover, but that one there is one of my favorites of his. And like I said, there's a music video for that one. He's got Little Town. So just go check him out is what I'm getting at. Is there anything else you want to mention, man, before we jump off here?
I think you've pretty much got it covered. Just make sure to check us out, man.
All right. It's Y95 Live wrapping up week 4.